This video is about search. Search is critical to understand well in the product if you really want to get value out of it. We're going to go over the simplest versions of search as well as complex versions. You can pretty much do anything you want that you can do in DT search. In fact, you can do everything you can do in DT search. That's the index engine we're using, and so that's the syntax we support. Let's go into the product though. All right, I have a grid pulled up. The first form of search is just a simple sort of just type it in. We're going to type in chicken. And we'll get back. I think there are like, yeah, some subset. It supports and, so we can write and CD0001. And it should give us a reduced set. Yep, a reduced set. And I believe these are hitting because of the path. CD001, yeah, there you go. So that's why they're reactive. You can do or. Anyway, you can do all the operators. We have a whole big pamphlet we wrote on it. It's on the website, or you can just go to DT search. That's where when I have questions, that's where I ask them or where I get the answers. You can also support column searching. Or actually, let's do subset search here. So we've run our search. We've got the or of these two. Now we want to run a subset search. So to do that, we just clear this out. And let's do Word document. So keying off this one. And let's run a subset search. Now I'm literally just going to search the documents that we've already searched. And so now we know that these are responsive to basically both documents, both search sets. So we've got 26 here. This should produce the same result as if we started again and let's do that. Let's start again. Clear the search here. This X clears your search. To show you how that works, chicken, then we did, let's type chicken because I've forgotten what we ordered it with. So start with chicken. Okay, yeah, then we did or CD0001. And we go ahead and we ran that search. And we got basically 4,000 items were reactive to that. And then we did and or document. Well, this is the same thing as what we just did effectively using a subset search. So first we got this set of documents, and then we typed Word document. That's the equivalent of just constructing this Boolean search. So let's run that. I believe we had something like 26 totally reactive, but I can't remember off the, yeah, 26, there we go. So that's how that works. But if you go back and you do it subset search style, I'll show you. So we're rerunning the search again. We're clearing this out. Once we ran that search, we get this subset search option, and we can go ahead and click it with our new word in here, and it will execute the search. And when we do that, this button pops up. That will take us back to the previous search if we want. So if we've gotten many searches deep here and we want to go back and forth, we can do that with this button. So this is basically back to just chicken. So those are those simple options. Let's clear that. We have complex DT search options that you can get to by clicking here. And you can see there's just a bajillion of them. I'm not even going to go through them. You can look at them and play with them. Some of them are really straightforward. Some of them are really counterintuitive. All the documentation for all of these is on DT search. website, and in that pamphlet on our website, it will explain what all these things do. We can do, one thing I will point out is we can do a regex expression. You don't actually have to click it to do that, but if you click it, it will work. Let me get you a regex expression. Let's find I had a regex expression right here. The format at DT search is pound. You got to put it in quotes and then do pound and your regex expression, and that will work. So I believe this basically gets you any number. I'm by no means fluent in regex. I don't even really know what this does. But I do know that if you go on to Google and you type in, hey, I want a regex expression for phone numbers or credit cards or Chinese numbers or social security numbers, every regex you can imagine in the world is right there. So just copy those, put them in quotes with the pound in front, and you are off and running. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the dynamic between search and column searching. You can, let's just do extension. That's one of the easier ones to do. If I wanted to search for chicken and MP4, I can do that in a couple of different ways. I can come here and type MP4. Oops, MP4 filter. Now, assuming, let's pretend we got a lot of records that were reactive, because this is stupid because it's not going to do anything. But let's say we had 100 and then we typed in chicken and we searched, it would just produce these two. So I married a column filter, which turned into a filter over here, with a search term. Easy peasy, and I've shown you in the grid how you can nest these filters and do whatever, do complex stuff all day long. You can, however, also type that up here. You could do and extension contains MP4. That's the same thing. It's going to ultimately give me the same result. There you go. So you can get in here. Now, the key question is, how do I know to type extensions and not object file extensions? Well, there's that information again in that pamphlet on the web. You can come into summation, and it's got this handy dandy builder, and it will tell you in the conditions the different field names that you have access to. And I will put it up in the search folder so you can use it for reference. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on. I'm just going to say it's extensions. That's how you did it. Generally, the secret sauce is just to drop this object file underscore, and you're usually pretty good to go. Anyway, that's search. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. I encourage people to play around with it. Look on the web for the DT search. Try the regex stuff. Play with these different options. You'll get a sense for what they do. It's all pretty straightforward, and hopefully you'll be successful.